All right. All right. All right. All right. Woo. My fault. Let's get this going correctly. Boop. Over here. It's been a minute. Bear with me. One moment. One moment. Peace. 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 Getting things together. I hope you're all doing well on this beautiful Thursday. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yeah. Bam. Let's see here. How do we want to do this here? Bam. Alrighty. All right. Peace, 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 peace. I'm Rami Salam. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. This is a Rise of the Moors Wakefield standoff news update as of June 16th, 2022. Um, Typically, I have all the information ready to go, um, but we just going to do this a bit on the fly, so bear with me. It might be a little bit longer than normal. If you don't know, the Rise of the Moors is a Rise of the Moors militia group. Is a group of individuals that was arrested July 3rd, 2021. They have been in jail pending trial. There's been several updates that's been going on. I'll drop the link in the description. And so this is just updating people on where the case stands with the individuals as of today. We'll start with Robert Rodriguez, and there's 10 people. There's 10 people that we have in custody or awaiting trial. Well, I don't know if they're necessarily, not all of them are in jail, but all of them are awaiting trial. Robert Rodriguez, he had most recently, his last court date was in March 9th, 2022. He had jury trial scheduled for March 21st, 2022. It was rescheduled, and now his next court date for jury trial is August 2nd, 2022. He has a final trial conference July 21st, 2022. So that'll be over a year before he has gone to trial. And then it has in the notes that Rule 36 was waived via the defendant. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, if someone knows more about this, please type it in the chat. But I believe Rule 36 applies to the time and speedy trial. And so that rule was waived, in order to, I guess, postpone his trial or reschedule his trial until August. And also, it is a joint request of parties. That was the reason for the rescheduling. Then let's move on to the next person I have here. See, for, and this would be Wilfredo Hernandez. Let's see here. His last court date was also in March 9th, 2022. It was rescheduled. So I believe Wilfredo Hernandez and Robert Rodriguez, they are doing a joint trial. Peace, assalamu alaikum. Peace, 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 Islam to all the Moors. I'll get to the questions. I'll get to the comments in a second. Um, his trial was also rescheduled. He was due to have trial. This is Wilfredo Hernandez, due to have trial on the 21st of March. It was rescheduled also until August. Yes, August 2nd, 2022. He also has a final trial conference on the 21st of July. And then here in the notes, it says that he has an attorney appearance scheduled for October 13th, 2022, and that he has an attorney added as private counsel for Wilfredo Hernandez. So that's a bit interesting, just in consideration on how some of the Rise of the Moors militia group members were against having attorneys, but it seems as though Wilfredo Hernandez has his own private counsel. Then we'll go on down to this person here. Omar Malik Antonio. Let's see here. Omar Malik Antonio. He had a hearing for discovery motions back in May 16th, and then a conference to review status on the 9th of June. He has evidentiary hearing to dismiss on July 28th. Final trial conference for Omar Malik Antonio is actually November 1st, 2022, and his jury trial is scheduled for November 28th, 2022. So that's a long ways from now. I'm scrolling down just to get you some updates on the notes. Let's see here. He had the court date in the 16th. He had a motion for a bill of particulars. It was denied after argument and all parties present. It was that his motion was denied on the 16th of May. Anything else important? He had submitted an affidavit of defense counsel in support of the defendants' motions to dismiss and indictments 1 through 10. And he was arguing, I guess, to dismiss the indictments pursuant to the Second Amendment to the United States Constitution. He also waived Rule 36. Yeah, that's all it has for him. And the Second Amendment, that's dealing with the right to bear arms. I don't even want to really get into the arguments. We also have Conald Pierre. For Conald Pierre, he also had a trial date on May 16th, hearing discovery motions, a hearing date on the 9th of June. He has a evidentiary hearing to dismiss on July 28th, 2022. Final trial conference is the 1st of November, 2022. And then his jury trial, Conald Pierre, is also on the 28th of November. It's a long ways away. I'm trying to see if there's any notes that are important. Okay, here for Conald Pierre, he has a motion to inspect physical evidence. It was allowed by agreement except for number 4 and 5. I don't have access to the evidence, so I don't know exactly what's going on with that. Let's see. Motion to dismiss and support. The court hereby orders on the 9th. The court orders that the grand jury's minutes and exhibits be filed under seal and said documents be impounded and maintained under seal in the custody of Middlesex Superior Court Clerk's Office. He also filed a motion to dismiss indictments 1 through 4 and 7 through 10 pursuant to the Second Amendment to United States Constitution. He submitted a memorandum in support of the defendant's motion to dismiss the indictments. On the 10th of June, the defendant had an oral motion to reconsider conditions of release. After hearing denied, defendant may file a motion to reconsider before a judge who set original conditions. Got it. So that's all the updates for him as well. So those two of the members have jury trial on the 2nd of August, and then there's two so far that have a jury trial scheduled for the 28th of November. Let's see here. We're just going to keep on going down the line. Stephen Perez is next. For Stephen Perez, am I coming in all right? We're gonna get to the if you have comments, please put them in the chat box. I will address them after I finish going over the updates. All I ask is just please be respectful in how you present your perspective. Anyways, Stephen Perez, he had filing of motions in May 16th, motion hearing June 9th, scheduling conference was on the 13th of June. He has another court date for filing motions on the 13th of July. Jesus Christ, excuse my language. He has final trial conference April 24th, 2023. And then this jury trial for Stephen Perez isn't until May 22nd, 2023. So that's almost a full year from now. Sheesh. My goodness, man. Sorry, but I'm just this is the first time really looking into this in detail for a couple months. So I apologize. I don't have myself a little bit more together. Let's see here. The motions, filing the motions, transfer to another session. Opposition to defendant's motion to join a co-defendant's motion to suppress and dismiss filed by Middlesex District Attorney. So it seems like Stephen Perez was trying to join a co-defendant's motion to suppress, and there was an opposition to that filed by the Middlesex District Attorney. Let's see. Yeah, just the jury trial scheduled. The jury trial is scheduled for May 22nd. Again, May 22nd, 2023 for Stephen Perez. I don't understand why the case is scheduled that far out. Yikes. Yeah. Continuing on. We have Lamar Dow. Let's see here. He had a conference to review status on May 10th, and then another one on May 24th, and then a hearing on competency on the 15th. This was yesterday. So he had a hearing on competency yesterday, Lamar Dow, and then another conference to review status is scheduled for July 12th. Let's see if they have. It may not have any information from the hearing yesterday. Oh, excuse me, yes, it does. Let's see. Oh. The defendant is committed without bail for the following reason per order of the court. Defendant committed for observation to determine per GL is a code that I don't actually understand. Docket note, defendant brought into court and failed to acknowledge. Oh, okay. So Lamar Dow was brought into court on the 24th of May and failed to acknowledge the court or conduct himself accordingly. Defendant Lamar Dow interrupted Commonwealth's response to the court's questions after a brief hearing per order of the court. Yikes, that's not good. Pro se defendant's notice to the court was filed on June 10th. An evaluation report from a psychiatric doctor, I believe, was filed on the 15th. Bridgewater evaluation filed with the court on the 15th. Yikes. Bridgewater hospital evaluation report filed with the court. Defendant refused to participate, engage with court regarding waiver of counsel. Defendant removed from the courtroom for disruptive behavior and remanded back to BHOC. Case continued to July 12th, 2022, 9 a.m. for status. That doesn't sound good. Psychiatric evaluation with Bridgewater Hospital. That is all the updates for Lamar Dow. Continuing on. And I appreciate you bearing with me on this. We've got a couple more, and then I'll be done with the updates so I can get to the comments. This is for Aban El Kurig. He had an evidentiary hearing on suppression June 9th, scheduling conference on the 13th of June. He has an upcoming court date on the 13th of July for filing of motions. Yikes. And then he also has final trial conference scheduled for April 24th, 2023. And then his jury trial is also scheduled for May 22nd, 2023. So we have two individuals scheduled for jury trial on August 2nd of 2022. We have two individuals scheduled for jury trial November 28th, 2022. And then we have two of the Rise of the Moors militia group members jury trial scheduled for May 22nd, 2023. It's a lot going on, that's for sure. Let's see here. Defendants' pretrial motions. Evidentiary hearing on suppression was scheduled. Aban El Kurig added an attorney on the 10th of June. Let's see here. This is an issue about a motion. The Commonwealth's motion to exclude time is allowed in part and denied in part without prejudice for the above reason. The court finds that 106 days are excludable from September 29th, 2021, which is operative start date for the speedy trial clock. Right. So that's just really dealing with the right to have a speedy trial. Although I don't quite understand if it's a right to speedy trial, then why is the jury trial scheduled for May 22nd, 2023? But I don't have access to all the court documents, so I'm doing the best I can. And then the Commonwealth's motion to exclude time filed a second motion on the 13th. So that is the updates for Aban El Kurig. Let's see here. Okay, bam. Aaron Johnson We're almost done. We have a couple more people to go. Aaron Johnson had a non-evidentiary hearing on the 19th of May. An evidentiary hearing on suppression was happened on June 7th. Scheduling conference also on June 7th. Conference to review status is scheduled for July 15th. And then an evidentiary hearing on suppression is scheduled for August 30th, 2022. Then scrolling down here. And defendant's motion for continuance happened on the 2nd of June. The endorsement for the motion for continuance was denied. The court issued an order on May 19th, 2022, with no response by the defendant, and a hearing was already held and continued. Okay. Docket note: after hearing, the court denied the defendant's request for evidentiary suppression hearing based on failure to file an affidavit to support evidentiary hearing. Defendant is granted to July 15th to file a new affidavit. Also, another Rule 36 waived in open court. And that is all for Aaron Johnson. Let's see here. Almost done. Appreciate you bearing with me, y'all. Quinn Kabir Cumberlander. This person, he had scheduling conference on May 10th, final trial conference on July 11th, and then jury trial on August 1st. As far as updates for Quinn Cumberlander, pardon me. Commonwealth's ex motion for process for out-of-state witness to appear, produce records, and testify at criminal trial. It's nothing. Endorsement on motion for process to compel an out-of-state witness to appear, produce records, and testify at criminal trial is allowed. So apparently there'll be an out-of-state witness appearing, producing records, and testifying at his criminal trial. That was allowed on May 23rd. Other than that, jury trial is scheduled for August 1st, 9 a.m. I'm going to do my best. Let me write that down. I'm going to do my best to see if I can actually, I don't know if it's a Zoom link or trial, or if they're going back to in person. But if there is a Zoom link available, once the jury trial start, I'm going to do my best to observe. And then finally, we have Jamal, Tavon, Sanders, Latimer, which is, considered the leader of the Rise of the Moors militia group. He had an evidentiary hearing on suppression May 10th, scheduling conference May 10th, final trial conference July 11th, and his jury trial is also August 1st, 2022. That's interesting. So it's 2 people on August 1st, 2 people on August 2nd, 2 people on November 28th, 2022, and then 2 more people are scheduled for, what was that, May 22nd, 2023. Interesting that he is going first out of the group. Let's see here. And his jury trial is also scheduled for 9 a.m. for those that are wondering. Massachusetts court. May 16th, pro se defendant's motion requesting the court to bar. Wow, okay, so on May 16th, Jamal put in a motion requesting the court to bar the Commonwealth from referring to him as or identifying him as a quote unquote sovereign citizen. On the 20th, a motion requesting the court to give full faith and credit to the following: H.R. 069, State of Illinois; H.R. 1203, State of Georgia; and Title 29, 106 Delaware Code, and to make a finding. A memorandum of law was filed on the 20th on Jamal for Jamal. He also filed supplemental argument and memorandum for the motion to suppress. The Commonwealth on the 23rd put in a motion to compel an out-of-state witness to appear, produce records, and testify at the criminal trial. And then that was allowed. So there'll be, just as it was for Quinn, there'll be an out-of-state witness appearing, producing records, and testifying at the criminal trial for Jamal Latimer as well. On June, oh, that's today. Oh, wow. Today, Jamal requested for an emergency bail hearing, and yeah, that's it doesn't have the outcome on that, but that is the updates. Oh, actually, one other person. I'm sorry. One other person. This person is not actually a part of the Rise of the Moors militia group per se, but was a supporter. Latoya Johnson, just giving an update on that because she had went up to the courthouse to support the Rise of the Moors militia group, ended up getting arrested and charged with some crimes as well. And the most recent thing for her, she was arraigned on May 5th, 2022. Scheduling conference, it was on May 26th. She has final trial conference scheduled for October 17th. And then jury trial for her is also on November 28th, 2022. So that's interesting. Order of bail, affidavit of defendant was filed on the 12th of May. An attorney appearance was added as an attorney for the Commonwealth. Okay, so on the 25th of May, an attorney was added for the Commonwealth for prosecutor for Middlesex District Attorney. A notice of discovery was filed on the 25th. And then the scheduling conference and the jury trial was scheduled on the 26th. So that is all of the updates. Phew. All right. Let's see here. Let me get this off the screen. Boom. All right. Now let me get to any questions. Any questions here? I'll just start from the top. Let's see here. We got some jokes in the comment section. Let's see here. Jeez, my apologies. I didn't realize it was so many comments in here. But peace, peace, peace. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Well, we'll just start from the top. State laws never trump Constitution. Darnell Murphy says the prophet said enforce the Constitution. Darnell Murphy, you're incorrect. Okay, you're incorrect. I already did a video on that. I'm not even gonna get into that, but Noble Drew Ali never said to enforce the Constitution. And just to actually, before I get to any more comments, to be clear, for those that are watching that may not fully have an understanding, the rise of the Moors militia group members and their actions are not a part of the Moor Science Temple of America. It's not a part of the teachings that Noble Drew Ali put forth. It's not what any true Moorish American represents. They're doing their own thing. You know, they're their own private organization group doing what they choose to do. So if you aren't very familiar, just understand that they are their own group doing their own thing. Please don't associate that when you see or you hear people identifying themselves as Moorish Americans or identifying as a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America or the Moorish Divine and National the Moorish Divine and National Movement. Um, because oftentimes some of the individuals that support that group, the Rise of the Moors militia group, or even some of the members in their militia group, they will use some of the information of the Noble Drew Ali brought forth and mix it in with their own beliefs and their own ideology. And so I know it can get confusing, but please understand, please understand there is a difference. Marty McCoy, Noble Arms. All right. USA Republic. Also, there's a USA Republic commenting in here. Understand that the USAR, that United States American Republic group, that is also something completely separate from the Moorish Science Temple of America, something completely separate from what Noble Drew Ali taught, something completely separate from true Moorish Americans. They are doing their own thing. So please don't get confused and think that those are associated, because they are not. I would say to Noble Arms, let's stop with the modern European and just in general, people in the comment section, just be respectful. You don't have to be disrespectful to express yourself. Okay. Marty McCoy, notice how the law applies differently to Kyle white supremacy compared to Rise of the Moors. I don't understand that. Okay. I'm going to skip on past that. I don't reside in the court. Okay, skipping right on past that. Yeah. Okay, skipping on past that. Noble Arm 7, you said stop lying. I simply was reading the court updates on what's going on. It wasn't my opinion on this at all. So I don't know what you're saying I'm lying about, but okay. Let's see. Is there any other questions? Okay. I don't see questions. Okay. You know, I'm trying to. Right. Anybody, including Moors, can hire a lawyer. There's no penalty. Islam, correct. In fact, Noble Drew Ali had an attorney when he was detained and arrested for a charge. So the people that try to make it seem that having an attorney is some sort of, I don't know, something wrong with that. they're misinformed. I'm trying to just look for any questions. The burden of proof is always on the accusers. Okay. 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 The status is behind bars. Yeah. Let's see. Sheesh. um, Status has nothing to do with Massachusetts gun laws. I do want to point out that that's something that it doesn't seem like Rise of the Moors militia group supporters are really trying to acknowledge that states have laws as well, and you can't just dismiss the state laws as if they don't mean anything and just claim the Second Amendment. And so you have the right to have any weapon that you want and you can bear your arm in any kind of fashion. That's not really how the law works, at least from my understanding. Again, I'm not, just to be clear, I'm not some expert on the law. I'm not claiming to be an attorney or a lawyer or to give legal advice, just for the record. But from my understanding, it doesn't really work like that, where you can just say, well, I have the Second Amendment, so I can get guns and I can bear arms wherever I want. Doesn't matter what kind, how many, when I want to do it. It doesn't really work like that. And I think that's something that, Rise of the Moors militia group members and their supporters may not fully understand or comprehend, at least from what it seems like to me. Mhm. Okay, you said I'm lying and I'm wrong. Um, Noble Arms, you're entitled to your opinion. Um, yeah, I don't agree, but you know, you can have your opinion. Um, yeah, yeah. Trolls is right, man. Trolls is right. You know. Um, what is the etymology of attorney? Oh my God. Okay. I mean, okay. The fact remains is that, according to the court documents, some of the Rise of the Moors militia group members have added on their own attorneys. So, you play with the words however you want, but I'm just reporting the information. So, why? You can ask them, why would they get an attorney? You know what I mean? I'm not the one that hired the attorney. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm realizing that. Oh goodness gracious, man! I apologize because the court and the crimes and the possible jail time and prison time that these individuals are facing is not funny. But I do have to laugh because, like, at a certain point, it's like it's like ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, at what point are the supporters of the Rise of the Moors militia group people? At what point do you start to acknowledge, like, the whole playing etymology and all of that Taj Tariq Bey rhetoric and ideology and beliefs, all of that kind of stuff? At what point do you have to, like, be honest with yourself and realize that it's not valid? You know what I mean? It just, oh, okay. It makes sense. It makes sense. Now it makes sense. I get it. I see. I understand. Now I see why you're saying what you're saying, Noble Arms. I get it. I get it. You know. Chicken Shack. um, any other questions? And what I will say is for those people that feel like what Taj Tariq Bey and others, like him and the ideology and the beliefs that he talk about law and all of that. Again, I've asked this before. I ask it again. Where is Taj Tariq Bey in terms of representing the Rise of the Moor militia group members? If he is a master teacher and so well knowledgeable on the law, and he has the answers about the law and the legal, etc., law, legal, whatever etymology you want to use. If he has all of this wisdom and he has the knowledge, he's the master teacher, then why isn't he demonstrating that and actually representing them as consul or counsel or attorney or lawyer or whatever term you want to use um, to help get those Rise of the Moors militia group members out of jail? I mean, you could talk as much as you want, but here is a real life, right now example that they're in jail facing serious charges, and I didn't see anywhere in any of the members' court document notes of Taj Tariq Bey being added on as counsel, or added on as attorney, or added on as lawyer, or filing any sort of motion. Or I've never seen him in court. I've never seen him uh, at the courthouse or explaining how he's going to be using the knowledge of the law to get him out, or anybody that's associated with Taj Tariq Bey for that matter, or anybody that is pushing that same kind of rhetoric. Please don't get upset with me or try to attack me personally. I want us to be honest. You know what I mean? If you're watching this and you are pushing that kind of narrative, like, let's be realistic. Where is he at? Where are those individuals at? You know what I mean? Like, let's be honest. It sounds good. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of sound good and talking and making YouTube videos, but when it comes to actual legal matters, don't be offended by the question I'm putting forth. Be honest with yourself and really look at the situation for what it is. Hopefully you can acknowledge, like, that is a cool belief or ideology that he's pushing if that's what you believe. But in terms of actually demonstrating, in terms of any real life tangible results, there is none. And he's been doing that for teaching for over 40 years now. Me, please don't deflect away from the question to try to attack me and what I have up on the wall and how come I don't have a picture of Noble Drew Ali or a Moorish flag. That has nothing to do with the topic on the table. Let's focus on the topic, which is the Rise of the Moors militia group, them being in jail, facing serious charges, felonies, and Taj Tariq Bey and those that espouse those beliefs and ideology about being knowledgeable and master teachers of the law, etc., it not being used, it not being applied. Don't try to redirect towards me. I'm not the focus. Don't focus on me. Focus on the topic. Do you have an answer for the question I pose? If you don't, it's cool. But I'm hoping, after this, because it doesn't seem like some of you individuals are willing to be honest. But I'm hoping after this live, and when you kind of sit back and reflect on things, you might be able to change your perspective. You know what I mean? And truly, like, attacking me, it's not helping the rise of the Moors militia group members. Attacking me is not going to get them out of jail or get them free from these charges. If you truly care about those individuals, that's what I'm saying is, like, why are you not pushing Taj to go help them? If you truly care for them, he is, according to some of these individuals, he's a master teacher and he knows the law. Attacking me is not gonna. How is that attacking me gonna help them? You know what I'm saying? And I forgive all the attacks because it's, you don't even know me, like, you know what I mean. It's all good, but really and truly, like, beyond the back and forth and the little games, like, it's actual people in jail facing real prison time. That's not a, I would think if you really care about them, that's not a good thing. And attacking me doesn't help them at all. So why waste your time doing such? Yeah. Yeah. Most more followers of Taj Tariq Bey go to jail using his knowledge. Jesus went to jail? Are you trying to compare the rise of the Moors militia groups to Jesus and Martin Luther King and Noble Drew Ali? I think I've had enough, to be honest, and that's kind of why I fell back. And it's just like I wanted to take some time to, like, away from this, and I was thinking things was gonna be a little bit different, but geez Louise, Papa Cheese. Is there any other questions before I get up out of here? Let me say that. They're not the first Moors to be taken hostage. What are you talking about? They're not taken hostage. They were arrested and charged with crimes. What is going on, man? Oh, God bless, man. Okay. Who did they? Oh, Jesus Christ. Shadow ban. Who did they injure? They violated Massachusetts state law. That's why they got charged with the crimes that they did. It's not that whole, if there's no injured party, there's no crime belief is like, come on, man. Like, at what point are you, never mind. You could believe what you want to believe, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing any I'm not seeing any other actual questions. Yeah, it's unbelievable, Jane. That's for sure. Some of these comments is unbelievable. That's for real. Um, well, this has been interesting, that's for sure. Um, hmm, hmm. right. Yeah. Yeah, this has been interesting. I'll just leave it at that. Again, we have two individuals, Jamal, the main leader of the Rising Moors militia group, Jamal Sanders, Latimer, uh, also AKA Abdullah Bey, bunch of names. Anyways, he and another Rise of the Moor militia group member had court the jury trial August 1st, 2022. You have two individuals with jury trial August 2nd, 2022. You have two individuals with court jury trial, or three, including Latoya Johnson, on November 28th, 2022. And then you have two more individuals with court in May of 2000, a jury trial in May of 2023. They have been in jail, although some I think have received bail, but the rest have been in jail. Jamal as well have been in jail since July 3rd of 2021. They are facing some serious charges. I will do my best to actually, if they have the Zoom link available for people to attend the jury trial on the 1st, I will do my best to attend that so I can watch and see what goes on firsthand and be able to report it to you. Yeah, other than that, I think I'm about done, man. Yeah. And last thing is, uh, man, pray for these individuals. You know what I mean? Hopefully, um, they do the best they can to try to get. I don't know. Just I don't even want to say that. Just pray for those individuals. Pray for everybody, man. There's a lot going on in this world. Um, you know, uh, I seen I see some individuals talk. You know, somebody asked me, um, "What have I done?" Yeah, this person said he helps them. He sends finance to. I'm not sure if he, but sends finance to Juju. What have you done? For the record, I don't want to be associated or aligned or anything with the Rise of the Moors militia group members or their organization. I'm not going to be sending any finance to them. I don't want to be associated with them because I had already said this is years before this whole case even happened and the incident even happened. I said that what they're doing is not something I want to be associated with. So um, yeah, I'm not going to be sending finance to them. I don't advise anyone to do that. Um, I don't think it's a very wise decision. If that's what you want to do, that's on you. But as far as me, in terms of helping them, I'm doing my best to report the news. If any of their supporters are watching, I humbly would suggest you taking a plea deal, apologizing to the court, trying to get as light a sentence as possible because from the outside looking in, it does not look very good. The situation it's not something to play with. But that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel personally. You can take it or you can leave it alone. For true Moorish Americans, I advise you to stick to the teachings of Noble Drew Ali. Join a temple with the Moorish Science Temple of America. Um, do your best to follow all the laws and be a good citizen. Um, I don't know if there is a plea deal. I'm just saying I I would looking from the outside in, Noble, I would say, hey, Your Honor, I apologize. We had a misunderstanding. We thought this is how the law was. Now we see we were, incorrect. I would like to plead, no contest, guilty, whatever will get us the least amount of time possible. But that's just me. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of jail or prison. I don't advise anybody to go or to do things to get you placed in there. Um, but that's just my opinion. You know what I mean? That's seriously my opinion. Um, yeah, yeah. Prayers, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, pray for the people. You know what I mean? They got families. Some people got children. So, that's kind of where my thoughts went when I first even heard about them getting arrested. It's like, this don't sound good for their families and their children and going through that. Um, you know, and it's just that's not something I would wish upon anybody. Um, our goal or my, being a true Moorish American, I'm here to help try to uplift fallen humanity, not encourage people to do things that'll get them in jail or prison. So, that's where I'm with it. Um, uh, yeah, I'm not even gonna touch that, Noble, but pray for her too. Damn. Um, Much love to y'all. Thank you for joining. If you have any other questions, drop it in the comment section. I just again ask, be respectful. You don't gotta agree with anything I say, really. All I ask is just be respectful. You don't have to be disrespectful to express yourself. Um, Man, and if nothing else, love instead of hate. Love is the key. Love is the way. Much love to you and yours. Even the people that have hatred towards me or Moorish Americans, much love to you and your families also. And you have a great day. Peace.